Welcome everyone to a GRS night at the track. This evening we are going to be at 24 Raceway, which is located in Moberly, Missouri. And we're going to take a little time tonight and try to get into some late model racing, as we are going to see one of the youngest phenoms to ever come along, maybe in the racing scene here in the Midwest. As we're going to meet a young man here in a little bit that is actually at 12 years old running for a points championship with a late model organization here in the state of the Missouri, ULMA Late Models. But right now you can see some of the action going on here at 24 Raceway in Moberly. So all I can tell you is get your seat belts on and your helmets buckled up and get ready for some really great racing action and a nice young man. Well folks, when you see one of these late models, you think, man, this is a guy with a ton of experience, probably some older guy, you know, been racing for a while, probably maybe what, at least 6'1", 6'2", probably, you know, muscle bound, needs all that muscle to handle one of these big things. But, you know, that's not always the case. And we're going to meet a young man here in just a minute who's going to blow that theory completely away. And his name is Jake Griffin. Hey Jake, what's going on tonight, man?
Oh, nothing much. I'm just happy to be here. I love this track. Been here plenty of times. I've had some wins here, and I've had some engines blow up here. This track is pretty hard on engines.
I guess we better tell them where we are. We're here in Moberly at the 24 Raceway, and understand for one of the things, now you're going to be the points champion here in Moberly this year.
Yeah.
And now is that in the ULMA late model?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and I noticed you're running a modified tonight. Now, you've been running that all year, and how you doing?
Yeah, the modified, we're in 101st in the UMP points out of 2,200 in cars. So we're doing pretty good in that modified, so I like it here.
Okay, we're kind of getting a little ahead of ourselves. I want to go back just a little bit. Now, we were talking just a minute ago, and you were telling me you started racing at 3.
Yeah, I've ran pretty much everything from quarter midgets to late models.
And you're 12 years old, and here you are at a late model, and you've been racing a late model now for, would you say, 2 years or 2.5?
Yeah, I've had a great time in late models. I didn't start out the best, but once I got going and learned everything, it's been better.
Yeah. Okay, tell me this. How many races have you just run this year in a late model?
I bet we ran over 100.
100?
Races as in sheet races.
Oh, okay, total.
But we ran about 30 to 80, 30 to 50 races.
Feature
yeah,
events.
Feature races.
Okay,
yeah.
Man, that's still a bunch. I mean,
yeah, we ran so much this year.
Yeah, they're really getting around.
Yeah.
What, and then you say Moberly is your favorite track. What is it, the speed here you really like?
Yeah, I just love the adrenaline rush. I mean, I like driving in as hard as I can, barely even letting out on the gas. Yes.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, did they have to make any major changes to the car for you to be able to drive?
Well, we got a block on the bottom of it about that tall, and then our pedals are pushed up about that far,
So just a few little adjustments on the pedals and the seat,
yeah.
And other than that, man, you're ready to go, huh?
Yeah.
Look, I got another question for you. How about this? If you weren't racing, what would you be doing?
My uncle and my cousin both race, so I'd probably be helping them out.
Still be around the track,
yeah.
Wouldn't be away from it. I was going to say.
Love it here. I've been around the track since I've been 2. So.
No skateboards, no bicycles, none of that stuff, huh?
No.
Man, a racer true at heart, been at it for a while and just absolutely love it. You know, on the way up here, I was thinking, do you by any chance know what the word prodigy might mean?
No.
Well, I think there's some people out there using that word now when they start talking about you, because you know, you get around on these websites and boy, I start hearing about Jake Griffin. And I think what it means to me is it's somebody that's got talents and abilities probably above what their average person their age is doing.
Yeah, I've been running my whole life, so I've got so much experience. I've been around race cars my whole life. I used to watch these guys run out here about 6 years ago, and now I'm out running against him. It's just a dream come true.
I can't imagine. It's got to be, like you say, a dream come true for a young guy your age. Let me ask you this: what on down the line? What's your dreams? I mean, if you could say, hey, I drove a late model, I want to do something else, what would it be?
I'd like to go to asphalt, hopefully get in NASCAR, but this dirt stuff, it's addicting. I mean, I doubt I'll ever stop being done with it.
Yeah, going to be just like Tony Stewart, some of them guys. Even if you are in NASCAR, you're going to come back and race with these guys, just have fun.
Exactly.
I certainly agree with that, man. I don't know how a person could ever get away from it. I agree with you. It is addictive. It gets in your blood. It's just a lot of fun. As far as I'm concerned, might even take a few more abilities.
Yeah.
Okay, Jake, we're going to kind of hang out with you here tonight, and hopefully you're going to have enough lights out there on the track. We're going to go out with you on the heat race and see how things go. So, man, go out there and have some fun. I just wanted to let you know, too, that we've chosen you this week as the Motorsports of KC Racer of the Week. So there is a $50 gift certificate goes with that towards a $100 purchase.
Awesome. I got to thank my sponsors. I mean, I couldn't be out here without them. We built 2 brand new cars this year without having to take a dime out of our pocket just from sponsors. So, got to thank Crawdads Classic, Amp Energy, Symmetry Communications, and all my other sponsors who helped out this year. It's been fun.
Yeah. We might touch just one more time on that ULMA championship deal for tonight. Now, what do you have to do to win it? I think you're still first in points, right?
Yeah, the points are tied, and if I have to get first place tonight to win. If I don't get first place, then I don't win the points championship. So, I gotta win.
I got all the confidence in you. Like I say, we're going to follow you around a little bit, Jake. Man, have some fun out there tonight, man.
All right, thank you.
I'm here with Dad, Dan Griffin. Dad, man, all I can say is you must be, I don't know how exactly to describe it, living on a high place or something, because, man, to have a boy like that, I mean, I haven't known him 10, 15 minutes, and I've seen him race. I know he's got the abilities, but gee, what a nice kid too. I mean, like I say, man, you got to be feeling good.
Yeah, he's got a lot going for him. He's got the whole package right now. We just need to keep him focused, keep him on that, you know. And one thing I've said a lot of times is, if he ever said, Dad, I'm tired of racing, Dad, I don't want to race anymore, we'd be done racing. I mean, he wants to do it. He loves it. He eats it. He breathes it. He dreams it. He thinks it, you know, and that's just what he wants to do.
Yeah, I was going to say, I asked him if he wasn't racing, what he'd be doing, and he said, oh, I'd be at track with somebody else.
Yeah, that's right. He loves it. Yeah.
I said, no skateboard, no bicycle? No, I'd be at the track.
Actually, we just got him a bicycle, you know. When he first started racing, that was one of the things he said, we'll bring his bike out to the track and we'll let him ride around the track in quarter midgets. He was 7, and I said, he doesn't know how to ride a bike. Because he'd been racing since he was 3 and never took time to ride a bicycle, you know. He now knows how to ride a bicycle, though. He's okay.
I was asking him about modifications on the car, and he said basically you guys just raised the seat and kind of extended the pedals a little.
Yeah, I had to move the pedals back a little bit, you know. And Bob Pierce from Pierce Race Cars helped us do that stuff. He had done that for his son Bobby, and you know, kind of got all that stuff from him about how we went about that.
So people understand this now. I mean, this is a full-blown late model. I mean, not a super late model.
It's 750 horsepower. Late model, if our big motor's about 750 horsepower, you know, and then also the modified, you know, it's about 720 horsepower, modified. You know, we're running for the UMP national points. He's 7th in the region in UMP national points, or regional points.
Now this is late model.
Now this is in the mod.
Oh, in the mod.
Yeah,
right, okay.
And he's actually leading the ULMA points in the late model right now, tied for the lead.
Okay. Wow. Well, there was something else I asked him. I says, do you know what the word prodigy means? And he didn't. Right. So I tried my best to give him a little explanation of it. But I'm around racing a lot, and I think that feeling starting to get there that Jake is one of those guys.
Yeah, I hope so. And he does have the feeling. He gets a lot of compliments. Danny Crane, Jason Bodenheimer, a lot of those guys that run with him say, Jason made the statement last night. He said he's the cleanest driver I run against. I don't have to worry about bumping and banging, and that's how he gets respect from those guys. Is run them clean. Try to beat them, but run them clean.
Exactly. I watched him at CMS last night, and one of the things that you see, let alone not in young kids, whatever you want to call them, young adults that are driving, but in a lot of grown men, is not having that patience to wait for the right time to make that move. But I seen it several times during the day. Main, of course, then he got caught up, no fault of his own, in an accident. But
he respects his equipment, and that's what you have to do. You got to respect your equipment. He knows it's a lot of hard work. We got a lot of guys that help us, and we got some really good sponsors. But he respects his equipment, and when you do that, he knows that right now, if we win, that's fabulous. But there's a bigger picture. We're making laps, and we're looking for bigger things. So that's the main thing.
That's one of the things that's impressed me so far in just the short time I've been here tonight is you guys feel like, it seems like, if you win that championship, it's okay, but if you don't, it's okay too. It's a learning deal.
If we win it, it's phenomenal. A 12-year-old kid to do that. We're not supposed to win it. There's no way in the world we should win it. But if we do, that's awesome. But if we don't, it's the second place is we set this year's goals at 10 feature wins. We've got 9 right now, and to win the Rookie of the Year in ULMA. Well, we're 130 points ahead for the Rookie of the Year, so we've got the Rookie of the Year wrapped up. We've got 9 feature wins. Maybe one more. Let's see.
Well, it sounds like they're getting ready to start things up, so I think we'll wind this up. But all I can say is, man, you got to be proud, and gee, what a kid.
Thank you.
Before his races come up, Jake goes out to the front straightaway and checks out where the competition is running, what they're doing, and how the track condition is looking here on this race night. But just like so many other young boys his age also, he was playing with some of the other kids in the pits in between races before it was time for him to get out on the track and do his thing. Chance to see quite a few of the races out there so far. What's going to be your plan there for this heat race? You're starting, I think, inside second row. Any particular line you're going to try and run?
Well, I'm going to try to run that inside, but if that doesn't work, I'll have to go outside. So it'll be fun, I'll tell you that.
I can tell, man. You're ready to go. Have some fun.
Thanks.
Outside of his 21K of Brandon Bates for number 5R by Randall.
Bodenhammer, the winner of that heat race there with Jake Griffin. Jason, man, what do you think about this 12-year-old man?
Hey, he's kind of got it going on, doesn't he? Lucky guy. I'll tell you, I've only had a few times been able to race him, and they're in Fulton and up here a little bit. And one thing about Jake is I've always respected, knowing that he's going to hold his line, you know, and kind of trust racing him versus a lot of other drivers. And he's got a good-looking future ahead of him. He's a lucky guy. Speaking of the devil, there he goes out in the mod. So, I tell you, he's lucky as all get out, because to be in this sport and have a family that supports you, I mean, that's the biggest thing, is that, you know, his mom and dad supporting him and putting him in good equipment. I mean, you start out with lower end equipment, you learn bad habits, and so he's had the opportunity to stay away from that. So,
let me ask you this, Jason, what were you doing at 12 years old?
I was working on my dad's race car. He was busy spending money on him instead of me.
Well, Jake, pretty good run in the late model, man. Looked like you were going to pull that thing out, but old Bodie got around you there, back around you, and pulled out the win. But a good run in the late model.
Yeah, I thought I had it too. We had to go all the way to the back because we got spun out. But when I came back up there, I thought I had the fast car by a lot on that track, so it was close.
And then you go out in the modified, and you have a little mishap down there. What happened on that deal?
Well, I wasn't paying attention. I was being dumb. I was watching the other late model races, seeing how my competition was doing, and I didn't know that I was the very first heat out in the mod, so I had to start all the way at the back. I was in a hurry to get up there, got about to second place, and I trying to catch the guy in first place, drove in a little hard, ran into the wall. So
I noticed there is a kind of a, it's dried off really bad up there and got a pretty slick spot. Did you hit that and then just jumped over the cushion?
I knew right when I was entering the corner I was going to hit it. I mean, I knew, but I really couldn't do anything in the reaction time.
Yeah. What are you thinking here for the A feature coming up now, especially for the model? I mean, running for that points championship. You know where you're starting? You should have a pretty good starting spot, right?
They were doing passing points, and I only passed one person. But I had to go to the back, but that doesn't count. It counts from your starting position. So I should do good. If I felt like we had a fast enough car to win. So it'll be fun, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know.
Get it back out.
For the heat race, you were saying you wanted to run low, but boy, you changed your mind quick on that. You started running up around the top, and you were fast up there. What about this feature? Same deal? You're going to go up to the top?
I might go in the middle. There seem to be a lot of grip still in the middle, so I might go there.
Yeah. All right, once again, Jake Griffin, 12 years old, Motorsports KC Racer of the Week. Jake, all I can say is have some fun in that feature, man. And, man, it's been a thrill for me to be here in the pits with you tonight, and have some fun, man.
All right, thank you. got in a lot quicker too. I mean, I was letting out quite a bit just because of the holes.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll be running up top and it'll be fine.
Yeah, you look good.
Sometimes you gotta slow down.